I have finally perfected the Arwen look. And when I tell you that this has been a years-long endeavor, I am not kidding. Many of you know I've always been trying to get that lip shade right, trying to get that cheek shade right, and could just like never quite get it there. But I finally discovered the magical color combination that really brings my features and my complexion to be those specific shades that Arwen has. It's like this ethereal berry that sometimes looks almost a little brown, almost a little pink, but mostly is just like this really elusive kind of berry shade. And a couple of these lip products I've had in my collection for quite a while, and it wasn't until I combined them that it all came together. And these products are from Merit. So this is actually in partnership with Merit. It came at the perfect time because I'd already discovered this lip combo, but I was looking for the right cheek combo and I was eyeing some of their products and they reached out. So once I tried them, I'm like, yes, I have my Arwen look. And just in general, I have used Merit for many years. So I really do love the brand. And I do love that they're vegan, cruelty-free, and just generally put out really intentional products. So I just think they're perfect for this look. Their products are like buildable, yet quite pigmented. So you're just getting that perfect balance of like makeup, but not tons of makeup, which these kinds of looks like fantasy characters often have. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'll share with you all my tips and tricks of perfecting the Arwen look. So I'm going to be starting with the Minimalist complexion stick, and I've found an application that I find really works for me, and the shade I'm using is Chiffon. So I prefer a fuller coverage, like medium to full. So what I do is I like put the product over like so much of the skin in these kinds of like strokes here. What I do, and this is using their blending brush, is rather than like bring it all across the skin, is I do kind of like this buffing motion. And the product isn't like moving too much, but just enough to start like blending, because I want the type of look that's going to get rid of all of my redness, all of my discoloration. So I can really let the colors be the focus, the lip and the cheek shade. I'll just kind of, yeah, instead of moving like in big strokes across the skin, it's like this soft buffing motion. And as you can see, the coverage just really got me there so quick, and I didn't have to like layer and layer with this method. Anything that's left on the brush, I'll bring it on the eyelid. I also think with the Arwen makeup look, you're gonna wanna go for any kind of product that's more of a satin or a matte type of finish, nothing too glowy, because you just want it to look like skin. And yeah, once I discovered this method, I've like been obsessed with using this. So just this soft buffing. And then across the forehead. This is also like a hybrid between a foundation and a concealer. So you can go in after the fact, after your like initial coverage with like any kind of extra spot concealing you might need. But I'm finding with this method, you do really get quite a good coverage right off the bat. Okay, I'm gonna get right into the lip shade because I know that's what everybody's always trying to achieve with the Arwen look. Now, the story behind how she's gotten her very specific lip shade is that Liv Tyler actually has very pigmented lips naturally, and they used products to like mute down her lip shade. So it really created this quite beautiful, unique shade that, as I said, just like toes the line between quite a few shades. It's like a berry, but sometimes it looks a little pink, sometimes it looks a little bit more brown almost. And I finally got this lip shade right when I really honored that brown that somehow is in it as well. You can be in danger of going too pink with this, and that was my mistake before. And I don't have much natural pigment to my lips, so I wasn't really getting that pink base. And I find if I used a lip tint, it just got too pink, too modern. So yeah, as I said, it's about getting that perfect berry that's like more kind of earthy, I suppose you could say. So I'm going to be using the signature lip to start. This is the shade L'Avenue, which is a berry brown. I've had this for many years now, and I'm going to apply this lightly at first, just to start bringing the base shade. And then, because it's got a good tip to it, I'm going to use that to create more of a lip line. So that on its own, just like a really pretty shade, it's kind of getting in the direction of the Arwen look. And this shade in general, you can go like pretty deep with it, as you can see. Then I go in with the Shade Slick Lip Oil in Sangria. This is my most repurchased product from them. This is like my fourth, I think. So I'm just gonna layer this on top. Now I hope you can see how layering it just really did something specific to the color, and do stay tuned for the cheeks and brows because that's when it all really starts to click. So I find this lip shade is really the look people are often going for when they think of Arwen, in particular some shots like this. And in some shots I think she's not even wearing anything else, it's just her natural lip tone. But for the most part, it is this deeper, almost rusty berry with a touch of pink to it that conjures the Arwen feeling especially. So let's get into the cheek. I'm going to combine two different shades, and once again, it's about getting that balance of colors really similar to the lip. Now the first shade I'm going to go to is Postmodern, and this is Merit's Flush Balm. It's super buildable. You can really sheer it out, but I'm going to go for a little bit more of an impact so you guys can really see the shade. Postmodern is a deep pink brown. So we're getting that perfect in between of shades. And she tends to wear her blush kind of right in the center here. It'll go on quite pigmented at first, but really sheer out. And it goes kind of closer in. She has like a longer face shape, and I find this very flattering. And I have a slightly longer face shape, so I kind of like to emphasize it and not shy away from it. So I'll put the bulk of the pigment right here and then start to blend it a little bit out. Kind of this soft U shape. And you can definitely tailor the blush to your liking. You can go a little bit more subtle. In some shots, you can see it a lot more than other shots, but I just love the look of a lot of blush. So of course I'm going in for a little bit more. And as you can see, it starts to bring the lip shade to life once you add this. Then I'm going to use Fox. You can see how the undertone of the lip has some similarities to it. So I'm going to use this to deepen the center point a little bit. But I just find combining these two is what kind of brings it to that perfect balance. Okay, I'm obsessed. There's something about these color combos in general, like I just love. I find them just so flattering. They're not quite too cool. They're not quite too warm. So I think so many people can rock this look, and oh, I just love it. So finishing touches, definitely a little bit of brow, a little bit of liner if you look close, and a touch of mascara. So I'm gonna go in with their Brow 1990 brow pencil. This is the shade Light Brown. So for brows, you definitely just want to keep it lightly filled in. She has like these softly arched brows, and they're a little bit thinner, but not like overly thin, overly plucked or anything. I've been wearing my brows a little bit darker and a little bit thinner, so I find it works for this, but go for whatever works for you. I just find like a very natural type of fill. I'm going to extend this a little bit. And that's kind of it. Very natural. So if you look closely, you can see a touch of liner along her lash line. It's just enough to look really natural and just slightly emphasize the eye shape. So I'm going to use a brow pencil for this. Just a very subtle line here. And a brow pencil is great for this because it's not as pigmented as like an eyeliner is. So it's just a really easy way to get a subtle definition that looks really seamless because it also like matches the brow shade. And then use a little brush to blend it out. So it's really quite undetectable, but it is just soft enough that you just get this little bit of extra emphasis on the eye. Now I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on. This is using their Clean Lash Lengthening Mascara. I wouldn't go for like a super, lashy, voluminous look. I would just do like a soft kind of application. Liv Tyler may have just naturally dark lashes. She probably does. But there's definitely the look of like dark lashes with this look. So if you're like me and you have very blonde lashes, I think it makes sense to use a bit of mascara. But I'm just applying it lightly than I might normally because I just want the cheek and the lip to remain the focus. You know, something like that. But I might build up just a little bit more. And then for the lower lash, just very, very, very subtle. Barely there. And this is the finished makeup look. I love it. I've been wearing this look on all my days. I've not been doing makeup for the camera because I just find it so flattering. It's a little bit glossier than Arwen's, but I find that really suits the look. Like gloss always looks really good with anything kind of ethereal. And yeah, I just feel like this is the perfect berry shade that has all the elements that Arwen evokes. And I'm just really excited. I'm planning to do some experimentation with my wedding looks, and this is one of the lip and cheek combos I'm going to be playing with, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to check out any of the products I used, look at the link in my description box. You can also get up to 15% off on exclusive sets through that link. And if it's your first time order, you can get one of their signature makeup bags, which is really handy. You can really stuff it if you want to, and then just tie it. And then free shipping on orders over $50 Canadian or $40 US. So pretty good deal. And yeah, I really stand by Merit products. As I said, I've used a lot of them for years. So yeah, definitely check out the brand if you hadn't already. If you want to subscribe to see more content like this, I love delving into character makeup and just really getting nerdy about color theory and really perfecting colors. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it for today. Toasty, let's take it away. Thanks as always for everybody who stuck it out to the end. You always get treated with a little Toasty cameo, so why wouldn't you, right? Look how cute these colors look with him too. I'm telling you, it's flattering for everybody. Until next time, may you all find yourselves a little bit of makeup magic, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, witches.